Hey folks, welcome to Girl Talk. You may notice that we are sitting in some beautiful, comfy chairs here at Rubens Our Lifestyle, and what a fun time we are about to be having. A great show up ahead for you today, and
we're going to learn about these things.
Yeah,
we sure are.
I'm learning about them just by experience. I'm very comfortable.
You're getting the full sensory experience here
right,
as we film our show.
Full sensory experience. I love it. But these come in lots of fabulous colors. There's lots more to experience here. We've been talking to Rubens a little bit about their downtown location and some of the different things they have to offer and designers that they have. But today we're here over on the west side on Whitney Way and right next door to the Vintage Brewing Company, and it's a great spot to shop. This store is a little bit different from some of the other things that they do.
Has a different personality. They cater to a little bit of a different design aesthetic, still some overlap, but it's nice because they can, you know, have something for everybody, and that's what's so cool about Rubens is I think that as we've been working with them, we've been learning, okay, they've got multiple floors, you know, they just have such an expansive collection, and now they have 2 locations that we're seeing, and just so many different options, so everybody can find something to suit their style, their budget.
I think with both, there's more than meets the eye is kind of
absolutely
the catchphrase.
Yeah, if you think you know Rubens, make sure you come in and take a look because things have changed, you know, and the design is just fabulous. And the thing that is the same in both locations is the service and just the aesthetic. It's absolutely gorgeous, if nothing else.
The quality of
stunningly beautiful
of the items as well.
So we'll talk with them later, and we're also going to give you. We actually caught up with our friend Tori Penn, the Diet Doc of Madison, earlier, and chatted with him a little bit. So don't worry, we're going to give you plenty of tips for the holiday season as needed.
How to get through that.
How to get through it without adding too many extra LBs.
Whether it's fitness or nutrition, he's always got good tips for us. So
he's fabulous.
Always learn something from chatting with him.
Yeah, and also one of my favorite things about the Diet Doc of Madison is that he tells you you don't have to cut things out of your diet altogether, that you're allowed to have some of your favorite foods. In come Taylor Beebe of Mad City Freeze, because we're going to talk to her too, and she's doing some catering these days, and I have just fallen in love with her place. She is an impressive young entrepreneur.
Oh yeah, because you know, owning a store at 23 wasn't enough, so now she needed to add the catering aspect, and she just keeps moving forward at like 100 miles per hour. So I love that about her. She's just always such a go-getter and
ball of
something
energy.
new.
Yeah. So if you've heard of Mad City Freeze and you'd like to meet Taylor, you know, stick around.
She's on State Street. We'll chit-chat with her about her newest catering endeavor, her always delicious frites, and that's next on Girl Talk, so stick around. Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are still sitting here at the fabulous and funky Rubens Our Lifestyle, and we're having a lovely time here. And we are joined now by Taylor Beebe, who is the owner of Mad City Freeze, one of my newest favorite places. So glad to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Always nice to see you.
It is.
Nice seeing you guys too. It's nice getting out, not being covered in grease.
Getting
dressed up and hanging with you guys.
And having some girl talk.
Yeah,
right.
You need a little girl talk in your life, right? You're a busy, busy lady. So you just recently have gone through some busy times for Mad City Freeze. Let's talk a little bit about Halloween. We all enjoyed a lovely Halloween, but also Freak Fest was going on.
Yes,
Tell us about it.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I had 2 bouncers that night, which I never ever thought I would have to do.
No,
in a
you're right
restaurant.
on State Street.
We are,
Okay.
yeah. So from what I understand, they sold close to 40,000 tickets this year, and there were a number of people in attendance. And concerts went great, and sales were fantastic, and we kept up with you know, orders, but it was a long night. I'm glad I only have to do it once a year.
Yeah. You can handle once a year, right?
Right,
But
not every weekend.
Yeah, not.
I would look terrible.
You would never look terrible, but that's fun. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and that kind of kicks off a big holiday season. So, I mean, is there any other big event you're preparing for holiday-wise?
Yes, we have. I throw a big holiday party for our staff every year, so that's kind of fun to do.
Perfect.
Yeah. But we're closed on Thanksgiving. But then, you know, know, downtown gets really busy with a lot of the holiday shoppers, and so it's great, you know, food to just kind of grab and go.
It really is. I did that, just exactly that. Went to State Street. That's how I found Miss Taylor's. I went to State Street, went shopping, and what a great little stop, like when you're just kind of hungry for a bite and you don't want to sit and have a big meal and, you know, make a big production of it. You have such a great spot to come in and, you know, grab a really delicious snack.
Yeah, and they taste even better, like as the weather starts to get a little chilly.
Yeah, sure. It's warm. Yeah.
Perfect mobile food. You got your little cone of fruits.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's even little holes in the table. It's like my favorite experience. You stick your little cone in there, and it's just lovely.
It's so funny finally seeing people's faces when they realize what the holes in the table are.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's what they're for.
Crafty.
Yeah, I know.
So before cameras were rolling, we were talking about you renting out your space and doing a little catering. Go ahead and talk about that a little bit more.
So I had my mom's birthday in April, and it was a surprise party. So closed down the space, closed a little bit early, and it was just a great spot. I mean, it's right on State Street, and it's so open, and it's really just a cozy place to hang out. So since then, some people have approached me for catering and renting the space out. So that might be a new business going forward, and seeing, you know, what we can do over there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This entrepreneur, you're so impressive, Taylor. It's just so much fun talking to you. So that's really fun. So catering, what kinds of things are going to be possibly on the menu?
Small bites, you know, like the polenta cakes there, just really little things to just, you know, kind of eat, you know, while you're chatting, having a, you know, glass of wine, and it just makes it easier. And frites.
And frites.
And frites.
Yeah. We have to ask that. I mean, so frites, what kind of frites are going to be on the catering menu?
So I have these really cute, like, mini cones. So my girlfriend's getting married next summer, so I'm hoping to do her late night snack.
Oh, that's such a cute wedding
idea. And they're so little. Yeah, they're really fun.
That's a great idea for, like, kind of after dinner when you just need a little something, but you don't want to eat more cake. You've got your little frites.
Just kind of want a little crunch, something warm, and really flavorful. I love it.
I need to, like, celebrate my anniversary and do that.
We're all going to have parties.
I know.
I'm sure we can come up with
these ideas I could have done.
Between the three of us.
So fun. Lots of fun. Well, Taylor, thanks so much for sharing all this great stuff. We absolutely just adore you and love having you on. So thanks for joining us. Make sure, if you're at State Street, that you stop by Mad City Frites, or just go there to go to Mad City Frites, because it's lots of fun. And now maybe we can call you for catering.
Yeah. So
this is Miss Taylor Beebe, and she's with Mad City Frites. We've got lots more Girl Talk coming up after the break. We're actually going to get some fabulous tips from the Diet Doc of Madison. That's all next here at Rubens Our Lifestyle on Girl Talk. Stick around.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're still filming here at Klein's Floral and Greenhouses on East Wash, on the east side. Great location, beautiful day.
Great smells.
Yeah, I know, it's just fabulous. With us now we have Tori Penn, the Diet Doctor of Madison, Penn Fusion Fitness. Love having him on because he always tells us information that I need to know.
Pleasure's always, ladies.
And today he's going to be just talking about some common weight loss questions. And to start it off, yo-yo dieting.
Yes.
Tell me about it. How do I stop?
Right.
How do we stop?
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, how would one stop?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I think pretty much anybody who's ever tried to diet down or who has dieted down has 9 times out of 10 has yo-yoed back up. The main reason with that is that majority of the diets out there are restrictive diets. They restrict a lot of the things, whether it's food, whether it's drinks, things that we enjoy in life, everyday things, they restrict them. So, hey, for 6 months, you need to cut out this, 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 and this. Okay, I can do that. Well, what happens in 3 months? You start thinking about that wine, you start thinking about that pizza, you start thinking about those things, and you're like, I can't wait till that day happens when I can actually have that again. And instead of just having one little piece of pizza or having a glass every, a couple times, all of a sudden we binge on it for a week or 2 weeks straight, and all of a sudden all that hard work that we try to put into comes back, and that's why 98% of people who try to go on weight loss programs gain all their weight back or more. So
and don't make it.
Yes.
You're thinking about that pizza while you're drinking the wine. That's
exactly.
That's what happens. No, but so those cravings, though, to your point, are really challenging, especially when you start getting one on your brain.
Exactly.
And it's like you just need that. You're not going to stop thinking about it
until you just do it.
Until you just do it. Yeah. So, what's your suggestion if you have an answer for this?
Yeah.
Amen.
And it happens, again, from time to time to have those cravings and to actually indulge. Absolutely, we're all human. But a lot of times when we start craving something, a lot of times we were depleted in a certain mineral. Maybe it's calcium, magnesium, zinc. So a lot of times sugary foods, chocolate, you know, having some nuts, some seeds, some fruits kind of stuff can sort of take care of those cravings because it replenishes those mineral sources that we have.
Could potentially stop some of those cravings. It's kind of like when you're hungry sometimes, or you think you're hungry, but you're actually thirsty. Like sometimes your body maybe is just asking for something and you're perceiving it as wanting sugar or
exactly.
Like
so one of my clients have that. I say, okay, well, what are they craving? Salty foods. Okay, here's a list of things that you can actually eat that are healthy. That will sort of help crave those, curb those cravings, so we don't go and overindulge on tons of things that aren't in our diet.
The bag of potato chips.
So
exactly.
Smart.
Yes.
It's very smart.
Yeah, I like that idea. And so that's one way to help keep our summer weight if we're happy where we are. But what else can we do?
The main thing with why people, obviously, being in the Midwest, it's hard because obviously when spring comes, we want to get in shape for swimsuit season, whether we're male, whether we're female. Well, also what happens in the summertime, it's nice outside. So we're more active. Maybe it's not going to the gym every day, but it's hiking, swimming, biking, tennis, golf. We're outside a lot more. Also, you know, we're having more fruits, we're having vegetables, we're having salads because it's just lighter and it just, for some reason, it just sort of seems better to taste and that kind of stuff.
It does,
so, you know, we get that summer kind of weight loss, and then it gets fall and it gets cold, and then we're inside more often. We're not doing all those extra activities that we're doing.
Cocoa, pasta,
chili, tons of extra things. So, you know, to sort of help keep that weight loss off is obviously try to be more active in the wintertime, and that's where, you know, getting some training sessions in, you know, doing some cardiovascular work inside that we can't do on the outside, you know, still trying to really, you know, strive to eat those healthier foods and still enjoy, obviously, the chilies, enjoy some of the wintertime festivity stuff that as well, too. So everything in moderation.
Yeah, but to your point, I mean, that's the hard thing, like you said, of living in the Midwest, is we almost sort of by nature have this sort of cyclical yo-yo diet happening throughout the year.
Yes, we do.
Rather than having, you know, sort of a steady plan. And then once you gain weight, it's tough to lose it.
Yeah,
and
it's
once
very
you
discouraging.
fall off the wagon, it's tough to get back on.
It is.
And that's what having some good tips like this is really helpful.
Yes.
I do feel like when summer started, I was eating less because I wasn't indoors as much. I was doing more things outside, and I did see some weight loss. But now, I mean, it kind of like plateaued almost. So I'm eating less, but I'm not losing weight.
Right.
Why?
A lot of the times too, and I've actually have 2 newer clients with me that I sort of figured out where they were at, and again, eating to a degree of a deficit too much, our body stops losing weight and it'll start actually eating a little bit of muscle instead of that fat. So I've actually almost doubled and tripled. These are both female women, one is a mother of 2, added tons of carbs back in fast to get them back up to a healthy, stable thing where we can actually start stripping things off, and they've continued to lose weight as I'm adding in carbs and fats back in.
Are you listening to this? More calories, losing weight.
More carbs, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please.
So informative. Thank you, Tori, for
You're
being here.
welcome.
We're
I
out of
appreciate it.
time already. We will be right back with the Diamond Center and the wonderful Pandora line. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Girl Talk, everyone. We are here now, joined by Adam White of Rubens Our Lifestyle, the segment that we have been waiting for all show. Great to have you on the program today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for having us, too.
Exactly.
We've been relaxing in these cozy chairs all show.
Wonderful.
These are fantastic. So I'm really eager to learn a little bit more about this location of Rubens. We've been able to, you know, see the downtown store a number of times, but I'm eager to learn like what makes you guys a little bit different. So this is over on Whitney Way versus being downtown, and it's called Our Lifestyle. What makes it so different?
Well, Rubens really tries to have give each store its own personality. For many years, this was the Scandinavian location of Rubens.
Sure.
It is no longer strictly Scandinavian, although we do still carry a lot of the teak traditional Danish pieces.
Like that piece behind you over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, one of many.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's a really neat piece. Kind of expand on that for us, if you would, on the Scandinavian design aesthetic and how you guys have brought that into this store.
Sure. Most Scandinavian design seems to be very simple, a little more accessible, very utilitarian. Things just do what they need to do
Sure.
without being very flamboyant.
A little more minimalistic.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, smaller footprints.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's a little bit smaller scale. Our downtown location definitely does more eclectic design than we do. We're a little more streamlined over at this.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way of describing it. It's got sort of this definitely has its own feel, and it's maybe a little simpler.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Great.
And yet still elegant, like these chairs we're sitting in.
Yes.
Let's talk about these chairs.
You got it. These actually are a Scandinavian chair. They're manufactured by a Norwegian company named IMG.
Go Norwegians.
Got to give a shout out. Yeah.
They are really a staple of, now these are something you'll actually find at both locations. They have been one of our best-selling items for many, many years.
I can't figure out why. Yeah. They're fantastic.
I can't imagine.
We're joking that we're going to be asleep by this segment because we're so comfy. But no, they're great.
And the leather it's just so soft, so smooth.
Yeah.
They feel so comfortable, so relaxing to sit in. So tell me a little bit about what makes these recliners different from a traditional recliner.
Sure. That's actually kind of the whole idea behind these. They're made for people who like the comfort of a recliner, but maybe are a little put off by the larger scale, overstuffed,
Totally
American
agree. It
recliner,
looks
yeah.
kind of old-fashioned having
Right.
those big old giant recliners.
Yeah, so that's what they're trying to avoid.
No offense, anyone, but I agree with
But
that.
it's very true. I think recliners, a lot of times you feel like you're sacrificing a little bit on the aesthetic end to get something cushy and comfy.
Right, but you don't need to.
Yeah, you have the answer.
Not to mention trying to move it around in your home. I mean, have you ever tried to like move a recliner when you're trying to rearrange your furniture?
Too many moving parts and
Yeah, exactly.
Very awkward.
And you find crazy things in between them. There's not a lot of room for snacks to fall in here, I don't think. No, that's great. These are awesome. Let's talk a little bit about sizes. So these are obviously smaller, like we were saying, but there are different sizes available.
That's right, yeah. So they are all going to be a little smaller scale, but in every style chair, they do at least 2 and occasionally 3 different sizes. We're all different sizes. It only makes sense that your chair should be different sizes.
That's really interesting.
Smart, yeah.
I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah.
And as Lauren mentioned, the leather does feel fabulous, very soft. What if someone's looking for an alternative, though, to leather?
Sure, they do offer many different fabrics also, as well as an ultra suede option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like the ultra suede. Have you ever had anything in that? I mean,
It's really luxurious.
It is. It's a nice option.
Yeah, it does. It mimics the feel and the look of suede, but is much, much more practical, so much more easier to clean.
And are these some of your, do you think these are some of your best sellers, these chairs?
Oh, far and away.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So talk a little bit about some of the other things that people can find when they come into this particular location. Now, obviously, we've got these chairs, but what are some of the other things that people are excited about?
Sure. We do a lot of the mid-century design influenced pieces at this store. Like I said, everything's a little bit smaller scale. A lot of the smaller tufted sofas that work well in kind of the smaller bungalow-style homes.
Gotcha. And you guys do such a fabulous job. I'm looking around. I need more time to browse through.
Explore, definitely.
But you do such a fabulous job of setting up these beautiful vignettes so that you can see what they would look like in a space, too,
Yep.
with artwork
Thank you.
on the wall and what it would look like with a carpet down and different sized tables in front of it. It really helps you visualize, I think, what it would look like in your own home or your own office so that you can kind of get a feel for the spacing.
Right, we appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah. Is that something that's, just curious, is that something that you personally are heavily involved in, or does the whole team really get involved?
It is primarily my job to design the store and the different vignettes, but everybody contributes. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the store looks absolutely lovely. It's really neat. I like what you said as well about how Ruben just works so hard to cultivate a different personality for each store, as well as cultivate these vignettes and these different styles that are going to suit such a multitude of guests and shoppers and folks looking to furnish their home. You can really meet such a huge variety of needs.
And literally down to the size of the customer.
Yeah.
I think that's so great.
I was
Extra
surprised to learn
customized.
that there's actually 2 levels here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's
there
a lower
is. I
level
didn't
as well.
actually know that
More
either.
of everything down there.
Well, we've got a lot to do after this segment, it turns out. Shopping, got to go downstairs. So exciting. Well, thanks for sharing this with us. I think it's really helpful for folks to know that there's sort of some different personalities between the stores and that you don't have to have an enormous recliner in your living room to be comfortable.
That is wonderful to know. And we're going to be joining you for a couple more shows in the upcoming weeks, so we're certainly looking forward to seeing more of your store and hearing more from you. So once again, thank you so much for having us, Adam. It's been a pleasure.
It was my pleasure.
That was lovely. Thanks, Adam.
We look forward to talking to you again next time, and we will be right actually, that's it for this episode of Girl Talk, isn't it?
We've got things to do, but we're going to
have shopping to do.
Some shopping, yeah.
Well, thank you guys for all tuning in, and we will see you next time here on Girl Talk.